Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Minecraft. So, I'm on fairly early this morning, a bit earlier than I'm normally on, but I was really excited. If you remember, I was going to work on this lake project, right? In front of my house. And, well, I had a change of heart because I realized I made so many lakes. And I wanted to do something a little different, and then all of a sudden, about a minute or two later, this huge thought came to me. What if I was to do something... Hold on, I need to get a little higher. I was hoping to get higher than this while I was talking. Okay. What if I was to do something drastically different? Like, I don't know, a PvP arena? Anyway. So this was my original lake. I was actually going to, I think, be... cut off right about there, but I expanded it a little bit while I was working on it. But I've decided to do something completely different. I'm going to be making a PvP arena, but not so much the get out in the open and shoot each other in the face style one, although it could be used for that. I'm wanting to make more of a capture the flag-esque type of PvP arena. And in order to do that, I needed a big area, so I expanded out and I'm pointing my cursor at where about the borders would be. It's made up of cobblestone as well. I might smooth that one out a little bit. That one's oddly shaped. But what I want to do is I want to make an arena sort of where there's two fortifications. I'd say probably one maybe here and one over here. And like two castles or two large buildings that have multiple entrances, and it would be akin to, I'd say, oh gosh, you're not mad at me, are you? Okay. Akin to a, like, I don't know, maybe a 5v5. You might even be able to squeeze more people in if you wanted it to be a bit more hectic and more exciting. But, that's the idea. And so, I've gotten a lot of work done. I've cut down all the trees that are in my arena area, and I decided, I was thinking what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sort of, I'm still working on the idea, and there needs to be multiple things, not just an open field in the middle. Needs to be cover. And what I can do, I'm thinking about it still, is I can maybe even extend, I'm using this wall and that wall as natural, you know, borders, and believe me, there'll be bigger walls later, but just for marking right now. But what I think I'm going to do, I might end up doing, if I still don't think it's big enough, because it still might not be big enough for my tastes, because I might want to make a really big, huge castle for both teams. I might even extend it out farther too. If you can see that hill way down there, that's where I'm thinking about possibly expanding it out to. But let me get down, so let me cut real quick to when I'm down. Okay, so this is ground level, and I'm still working with the border size. I'm still gonna work with it a bit, but what I'm imagining, this is a very preliminary thing, and it'll change probably a lot while I'm doing it, is at the edges of the arena, there will be, like, for example, let's say this cobblestone line is an edge of the arena, one of the, you know, many edges. Probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks back will be seating, and then I want to make, I want to periodically make ladders going up that go to a much higher seating, maybe 20 blocks higher, because since this is going to be such a huge arena, you might want to be able to see quite a distance away. And in addition, you know, people can run around, because that's, you know, that's what people do in a PvP arena in Minecraft. Spectators, they run around a lot so you can see, you know, a good angle. So that's what I'm working on. And this was the official edge I've come to right now, but I'm thinking about possibly expanding it out more. And what I did was I just took a bunch of shears because I figured grass might be useful in the future, and I just cut down all the grass. And this is the official border right now, and the other border's the one that's pretty close to my house. And it's a pretty big PvP arena, and you can get to the other side in about 30 seconds. Now, I'm a big fan of, like, multiplayer shooters. And some of my favorite multiplayer shooters are the huge grand ones where you have, you know, just to name one, I love playing Halo, and I love playing 8 versus 8 teams, you know, with huge maps, and that's kind of what I'm looking to recreate. Something that you can have a huge map, you could have 2 sets of teams that they're so big, like 8 or 10 people, that they're so big that you could actually organize 2 separate strategies to try to catch them up. So this might not be big enough, so what I might end up doing is bumping back the border back to, I don't know, maybe here. Might be a good idea. I could bump it back this far and cut out part of that hill, cut out a little bit of that hill, pull it back, and we're seeing through the world. And then, if it even wasn't big enough, I could probably pull back all the way to here, because no one's using this large field in front of my house. Oh, hello. And so, you know, this would be the max distance. Unfortunately, I don't like this because you can't quite see to the other side of the map, even with far render distance. I don't like that. I want to be able to see my house. So, and that's the reason why I did like this line right here, because you can clearly see my house and everything. Oh gosh, it's so hard to play out here at night. I am getting levels pretty well though. Like, I already spent like a good 5 levels on some iron armor and iron tools, maybe 6 or 7. So from here you can clearly see my house, and I like that. But I feel like you can reach the other side just too quickly for a huge team battle. So maybe right about here. You can still see it with far render distance. Now keep in mind, if you were to, let's say, oh, ow, I think I just killed a chicken. If you were playing with tiny render distance, obviously you couldn't see anything, you know, if your computer just simply cannot run, you know, far render distance, especially because it's going to be such a huge area. You know, it might not matter at all to you. But, let's see. And I don't know why it keeps saying I don't have 64-bit. I do. But I think I'm going to keep it with this, because if you do have it, then you'll still be able to see it. If you do have far render distance, you can still see my house from here. And you can see almost all the battlefield is the other reason why it's important. And I'll be smoothing out some of these hills. I do want to make it kind of hilly, so what I was going to do is I was going to make part of it a field, part of it a small lake. Part of it would be, you know, maybe some ruined buildings of some sort. Mostly done, but, you know, a few holes patched into them, and I could probably put some vines on them to make them look better. And whatnot. And we'd have one castle on one side, one on the other. And my hope is, now I don't know if they'll actually do this for me, but my hope is that they can protect the entire map, except for a single spot where you could have, you know, some sort of block or item that would be the quote-unquote flag. And you know, the goal would be to not let them get the flag, and if they got the flag, then your goal would be to kill them and retrieve the flag and bring it back and set it back in your own spot. And, you know, and there'd be other rules you'd have to have as well, but I don't know them as of yet. You know, you have to set up some beds for spawn points, but I think it would be really, really cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to expand the border out to here, just thinking about it now. It'll come along this way. In fact, I might even get some pumpkins out here to light up a perimeter. That would work well, so I could see. And it'll cut through more or less here. And just ignore them. Nope, can't ignore them when they're hitting me. Cut over to right about here and link up to the wall I've already got started over here. It's a huge project, and it's going to take me weeks probably to get done, but I'm really, really excited about it, and I might end up filling some of this hole back in. I might use this as the small lake I was talking about, just to save me some time, though. I think that would help out. And I think it's going to be super cool. And it's going to be, assuming I do it right, it's going to be a big thing, kind of. I think some people might want to play it, because I know there's a lot of people... Oh, crap. Did I see you? Did I see you? No, I didn't see you. I know there's a lot of people on this server that like to play PvP-style maps, so I'm hoping maybe this will be a popular thing as well. And, yeah. I've also got a few other small ideas set up, like I would make a machine that would spit out bread for people. I know that, like, they could set one up, but I'd probably set one up over here just so the people sitting in the stands didn't get hungry, because that's something important in a PvP arena, is if you're watching, if you get hungry and you don't have any food nearby, you don't really want to leave the area, because then you miss the battle. You know, so it's nice to have some food nearby. And I can make, like, tons and tons of bread. So much bread. I wouldn't give them meat. Meat's my food. Mine. But I could give them bread. Or zombie flesh. Delicious. Anyway. Then that's all I really wanted to go over. Huge plans, to show you what I've done so far. Next episode, I'll give you a bit more of an update. It's a lot of really big stuff, so there's not really much I can show. That's exciting anyway. And, yeah. I'm also thinking about possibly making underground tunnels. I think that would be kind of cool. You know, underground tunnels between the place. Multiple pathways to get to the enemy base. I think it'll be cool. And I'll show you it as we work along it. This is, you know, the obviously not so cool stage right now of just getting started up, but believe me, if I can do what I have in my mind, which I've got a good portion of it visualized, so I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing here. And now, if I can do what I've set up in my mind, it's going to turn out really cool. You know, multiple places that you can use for cover. I don't know if there's going to be items set up on the map. There might be some low-grade items, like I might give out wooden and stone tools, and then have iron, like an iron sword or something, as a special item instead of each special area. That's the other thing. You could either have this map set up as everyone brings their own stuff, which can be a little overkill if, you know, you got the one person who spends all their time mining and they've got maxed out diamond armor and stuff. They're gonna destroy everyone. You know, but if you had, like, a bunch of people who all had similar items and they wanted to try that out, you know, it might be a good idea. And, you could set it up so nobody comes in with anything but certain items. And, and if, you know, if this ever gets picked up by moderators as, like, you know, a community night, because I know they're gonna do community nights again, you know, if this ever became popular enough for some moderators to pick up for a community night, then, you know, they could help moderate that stuff, you know, give people items, restrict them from certain things, and it'll be really cool, is, all else I have to say. But yeah, preliminary look, you're looking at the very, very beginnings of it. All I've done is cleared out the land, and I'm probably going to expand some more. And pretty soon we'll start working on some items. Now, what I could use from you guys, in the comments is, if you can think of a particular area, like I'm going to have, you know, lake area over here. This will probably be for castle right over here, you know, one of the capture the flag areas. And we'll probably have another one over there. That's all I've got set up so far. If you could give me some additional ideas for additional type of places, like I already have ruined buildings as a place that might be set up out here. We might have a little field, you know, just a small field area. We might have a icy, slippery area, but you could use that, you know, possibly to escape a foe. Like if you're being chased by someone, you might be able to use it to quickly get away and hide. And if you can think of any other type of areas, I have a lot of space to work with, so, you know, give me your ideas. Anyway, Yeah, I'm Mr. 250. Thank you for watching. And next time, more fun! Bye.